It's such a pleasure to speak to you today because it's not often we get a chance to celebrate Australians who've done amazing things. And you've seen levels of sports success that most people never achieve in their lifetime. You've seen levels of business success that people have never seen in their lifetime. And what you've done in that time is established Australians as such a positive presence in America as well. So with saying all that, how do you feel about getting this Lifetime Achievement Award?
Well, obviously I'm very proud of it, and it's a great honour, very unexpected, because I think there's a lot of other great Aussies who have done a magnificent job away from their country, espousing our virtues of how great our country really is. But yeah, it's obviously an honour. It's a double whammy, to be honest with you, and that and the Olympics at the same time. You finally go, yes, okay, this is. Expect the unexpected is a terminology I actually said to myself coming up on the plane, because you just don't know, right? You do things in life because you love doing them. Yeah. And you never think 30 years down the line, 40 years down the line, what the results of those really accumulate to be. Yeah. And here we are today. And I'm just, like I said, I'm very, very proud of it.
It's nice too that you've kept such a strong connection with Australia. I know you've got a lot of family coming tonight. What does it mean for you to be Australian?
It's everything, to be honest with you. For me, I can go down a couple of different paths here. I don't know how long we got to talk, but
as long as you like.
Let's just take, for example, to chase the goal of trying to be the best golfer you can be back in the 70s, there wasn't much you could do in Australia. So I had to weigh up a lot of options. Where do I go? I could stay in Australia and be a club professional. What is that going to give me? Not much. So I was driven internally about trying to find the best place in the world to get to. And there was only one place to do that, and that was the PGA Tour in the United States. And it's not easy just going from little old Australia when you're nobody to the big wide world of the United States, to take on the big boys. So I had to figure out a strategy of getting there. But I had to leave home. And Australia couldn't give that to me, right? So what it's given you? It's given me my tenacity, my Aussie spirit, my determination, my grit, my love for success in sport. So I had to pack my bags and leave. And that was tough, because you leave all your mates. You leave your family behind, and then you have to venture off, and you got to find new mates and a new location, a new home, and all that stuff. Then you wake up 40 years later, and you go, here it is. What a journey, right? But it only happened because of golf, and because Australia gave me this innate ability through all the things I did, the surfboard we just talked about, the cricket, the rugby, the athletics, the swimming, all the things I did, right, that gave me my proprioception, the ability to hit a golf ball from point A to point B. So I owe a lot, and you never lose your roots. You should never lose your roots. I don't care who you are and then how long you've been away, and because actually I was just talking to my wife on the plane coming up, and I was just redoing my estate planning, as crazy as this sounds, right?
Yeah, and it's important.
And she said, where do you want to be buried? I said, Queensland. Oh. And she said, where? I said, I don't know. Figure it out when I'm dead. I said, you guys will figure it out. And I said, maybe a grave is probably too much of a bird pedestal, and they're pooping all over you. Maybe we just do ashes and just scatter it somewhere in the Great
Maybe a nice shark bay.
Somewhere like that. But those are the things that I think about. Like here you are here in the United States, but ultimately you want to be home. You were born there. You might as well be buried or scattered there.